Box is about a 13-year-old company. We started out as a cloud storage company, moved into the content collaboration space. So if you think of your classic, Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive, Dropbox, that was definitely where we played for the last while. And about 3 to 4 years ago, really pivoted hard into this space that we are sort of pioneering and now calling a new category called cloud content management. We enable the most seamless enterprise-class content collaboration in an enterprise, and so whether that be a small enterprise, a large enterprise, we have some customers who have 300,000 plus seats deployed globally, and then we have more small mom and pop shops, and frankly, my grandmother uses Box, or she did. So it runs the gamut, right? Which is the great joy of marketing for a company like this, because everyone is our audience to some degree, or an influencer potentially. But it also is the very tough part about being a marketer at Box, which is how do we hone in on the audiences that matter most? So often Box is actually at the tip of the spear in a CIO's toolkit for digital transformation, because we're so easy to deploy. I'll give you an example. IBM has roughly, I think, 300,000 plus seats deployed. They had a half of a human as the global administrator for that rollout, because it's just that easy to unleash to the masses, which is hard for most software companies to do, right? So ease of use. For us, that's really important that we make that so easy so that people can actually work together. I was at IBM when they rolled out Box. Box actually found me from IBM. I was a user of Box. And what I found was I had this global national team that was on all these disparate systems. And our CIO at the time, Jeff Smith, was trying to bring us all together in a more meaningful way so that we could work at a faster pace, fail faster, become more agile as a big, massive corporation. So he brought in Slack and Box at the same time, and it transformed the way we work together. Like literally overnight, I had employees telling me that those two things, immersed in their workday in Slack and Box, changed their productivity by 30% overnight. On my plane ride to Boston, Massachusetts for my first day at IBM, and keep in mind I was going in cold, I knew no one in that organization. And it was the same when I went to Box. I knew no one other than the people I had interviewed with. I had not one friend there. I remember having this panic moment on the airplane flying to Boston, and I thought, what did I just do? I left 17 years of a family. Like, is this going to be awful? And I don't get panicked very often. I'm a really level human. But I remember in that moment thinking, I have a 1-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son, and what would they say if I had said to them, I'm not going to do this because I'm afraid, versus me living what I tell them to do every day, which is you have to have the guts to get in there and play the game. You may fail miserably, but you're going to learn a ton from it, and that's what life's about. And so it was like literally in that moment, I took a deep breath and I thought, if I don't have the guts to dive into the deep end, and it's going to be really chilly for a while, shame on me. And I share that wisdom with people that I mentor all the time, and I say, look, at some point, we're never 100% ready for any job we take. Do we have the guts to dive in and give it everything we've got to make it work, and to accept if it fails, that we can move on to the next thing and take those learnings and be better the next time?